It was a long journey down the aisle for R&B singer Miguel and Nazanin Mandi. They met when they were both teenagers, and Miguel's inability to remain faithful, plus Nazanin's battle with a mental health disorder, forced them to take a break from each other. Thankfully, their love story has a happy ending. Here's the truth about their relationship. Miguel Pimentel grew up in San Pedro, California, and was raised by his Mexican father and his African-American mother. His parents divorced when he was 8, and he and his younger brother spent the school year living with their mom in San Pedro and summers with their dad in Inglewood. His mom was extremely overprotective. She was also very religious, and Miguel would spend every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at the church. His mom would barely let Miguel and his brother listen to the radio. She tried her hardest to shield him from temptation, while his dad was the complete opposite. Miguel told The Guardian that when he was visiting his dad, he was allowed to watch inappropriate movies and listen to secular music. Even though his dad was supportive of him exploring all areas of his life, Miguel said he was too fearful of his mom to betray her. He was basically living a double life, and he knew it was time for him to decide who he wanted to be. He said, "I decided I was always going to be different, because I already was different." At the age of 14, he landed his first production deal. While he was getting his feet wet in the business world at an early age, his personal life was at a standstill. He told The Guardian he didn't go to any parties in high school, and since he was a late bloomer, he wasn't hooking up with any girls either. Once he enrolled in college, he started to go buck wild. He told The Guardian he started drinking and dabbling in substances. He also began seeing different women and stopped going to church. At the age of 19, he signed his first record deal with a company called Black Ice. While filming his first video shoot, he met 18-year-old Iranian, Mexican, and Native American model, singer, and actress Nazanin Mandi. She had been hired to interview him for a behind-the-scenes DVD he was going to release. Nazanin told Vogue she asked Miguel, "All the ladies want to know, do you have a girlfriend?" Miguel smiled and answered, "No, but I'm looking for one." He asked Nazanin for her number and called her the very next day. During an episode of her Ladies Like Us podcast, she admitted she was technically still in another relationship when she started chatting with Miguel. Her relationship eventually ended, and she and Miguel went out on their very first date in September 2005. In an Instagram post, Nazanin said they used fake IDs to get into a Los Angeles nightclub. She felt really comfortable around him, so she let her guard down and drank multiple glasses of champagne. No more than 5 minutes after leaving the club, Nazanin said she got into Miguel's friend's car and threw up everywhere. She thought for sure he would never talk to her again, but when they got back to his friend's house, Miguel put Nazanin in the shower and ran out to buy her tacos and curly fries from Jack in the Box. She said she apologized to him the whole night, while he laughed, held her tight, and said, "I'm not going anywhere." Miguel remained focused on kickstarting his music career. Although he was still signed to a label, mismanagement caused his first album to get shelved. Nazanin went to work at a retail store full-time, while still pursuing acting and modeling opportunities. She told We Hip Hop DX she was the one who took care of all the bills early on in their relationship, and she didn't mind being the breadwinner. Throughout the years, she attempted to make a name for herself in the industry, but she never had as much success as Miguel. At the age of 15, she made it to the top 35 on American Idol, only to get kicked off the show for being too young. And in 2005, she appeared on R&B group TLC's reality show, Are You the Girl? Unfortunately for Nazanin, she didn't make it to the final round of that show either. As she entered her early 20s, she became severely depressed. During an episode of her Ladies Like Us podcast, she said it was hard for her to be with someone like Miguel. He was so driven and aware of his purpose, while she didn't even know which direction her life would take her. In 2007, Miguel terminated his contract with his record label, and in October of that same year, he signed with Jive Records. He recorded an album, but it was delayed for many years when his first label accused him of breaching his contract. In 2010, All I Want Is You was released. The album got off to a slow start, but eventually sold over 400,000 copies in the US 6 months after its release. 3 of its 4 singles reached Billboard's R&B Top 10, and the song Sure Thing ended 2011 as Billboard's Top 100 best-selling single. With his newfound fame came a lifestyle that would cause a lot of problems. While appearing on Nazanin's podcast, Miguel admitted to being unfaithful early on in the relationship. His infidelities led to multiple breakups. Every time they would split up, Miguel said he would always maintain his love for her, although he wasn't necessarily in love with her. He said he didn't really know how to love at the time and was still learning how to love himself. At one point, Miguel decided he wasn't in the right place to commit. They broke up for an entire year and even dated other people. After working on themselves individually, they decided to give their relationship another shot. They started to attend couples therapy, which Miguel called a game changer for their relationship. In 2011, he made a bold statement by asking Nazanin to appear in the music video for the song Girls Like You. But some people weren't convinced that their relationship was the real deal. Rumors about Miguel's sexuality have been the topic of discussion since he first stepped out on the scene. And in October 2011, he got so fed up, he clapped back in a tweet that read, "Ugly, get mad and call me gay cause I ain't with him. I have Nazanin Mandi. Is wrong with you?" Nazanin replied to his tweet by writing, "You tell him, baby. People become ignorant when they don't get what they want. I stand by your side, proud and loyal." But was Nazanin loyal enough to stick by Miguel's side without becoming his wife? After reaching the 7-year mark, Miguel gave an interview to Hot 97 and said he couldn't say exactly when they would get married, but he knew wedding bells would be ringing soon. He also told Wendy Williams, "I really want to make an honest woman of her and honest man of myself." Unfortunately, the wedding would have to wait. In 2011, Miguel set up his microphone in one of the rooms inside the 2-bedroom apartment he shared with Nazanin. In his makeshift studio, he recorded the song Adorn, which is featured on his 2012 album Kaleidoscope Dream. The song became one of the most popular slow jams of the year, and he even won a Grammy for Best R&B Song. In previous years, Miguel found it difficult to remain focused on his career and nurture his relationship at the same time. But as his popularity increased, he decided to prove his commitment to her. In November 2012, they got matching infinity tattoos on their ring fingers. Some people assumed this was a sign that the two would be tying the knot soon, and it appeared that Nazanin was ready to become Mrs. Pimentel. She even tweeted a photo of a ring and wrote, "My dream ring, 10 carats, one day soon and well deserved." In December 2013, Miguel announced he was producing Nazanin's debut album, but like most things in their relationship, the release of her music would be delayed for many years as Miguel hit the road to perform for his fans. Nazanin would travel with him at times, but most of the time she would stay home to go on auditions and attend modeling gigs. She told We Hip Hop DX that despite their busy schedules, they tried to never go more than 2 weeks without seeing each other. Too much time apart causes them both to act out in strange ways. Nazanin said they pick stupid fights with one another and argue over dumb things when they start to miss each other. In October 2014, they solidified their love once again by getting another matching tattoo. This time, Miguel got the image of the King of Diamonds, while Nazanin got a tattoo of the Queen of Diamonds. With the success of Adorn and a Grammy win under his belt, Miguel went to work on his 3rd album, Wild Heart, which was released in 2015. He also took some time to spill intimate details about his private life. In an interview with Hot 97, Miguel said he's a fan of including an extra woman in the bedroom. But as he has grown and matured, hookups are no longer his style. Miguel said being emotionally connected to someone was far more pleasurable for him. It was clear that his bad boy days were in the past, but was a proposal around the corner? Not quite. By this point, they had been together for 10 years, and Miguel said he wasn't ready to get married because he wanted the timing to be perfect. He said, "I don't feel pressure because I know that when I commit, I really commit." In January 2016, Miguel was finally ready. He and Nazanin headed to the Dominican Republic for a week-long vacation. On day 5, Nazanin got sick and fell asleep. While the sun was rising, Miguel delicately slipped a massive engagement ring on her finger. He told Brides.com after she woke up, it took her a minute to even notice the ring. And when she did, he got down on one knee and proposed. On November 24, 2018, they tied the knot at Hummingbird Nest Ranch in California. Following their nuptials, Nazanin said she wasn't in a rush to grow their family because she had some things to work on first, such as her music and a book she was writing. She said, "Let me just reach a few of these goals and then I will have my children and be so happy." She's one step closer to finally sharing her music with the world. In July 2019, she released her debut song, Forever Mood, which was executive produced by Miguel. Even though they're in love and happier than ever, Nazanin and Miguel still meet with their therapist regularly. Their sessions are now used to help them learn how to better communicate with one another. During an episode of Nazanin's podcast, Miguel said he doesn't believe in soulmates, but he does think he and Nazanin have a love that's worth fighting for. Let us know your thoughts on Miguel and Nazanin's love story, and thanks for watching Real Reality Gossip.